What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Guitar Wishes and your Guitar Wish of the day. This is Lee coming to you from the beautiful Guitar Wishes facility downtown Lincoln, North Carolina. And people around here playing. Got a ton of people in the store. But we're honored to have Mr. Ben Watts.
What's up, man?
What's up?
Dude, you're so good at that intro. I actually, every time I see it, I think that's pre-recorded every time. They just use the same one, but you're just like a machine at knocking it out.
Well, I should pre-record it, I think.
Yeah, that would probably make it easier.
I know it would. Yeah. Well, you just see the one good one. There's like 25 bad ones.
That was take two, everybody.
That's right.
Take two? Nah, it was take 22.
Take 22.
Yeah, take 22.
That's right.
Yeah.
And he is co-founder of Lore Entertainment. That's right, Lore Entertainment. And they have an office in California and an office in Nashville doing video and audio production, management, all different kinds of things, right?
Wearing a bunch of hats, yeah, wearing as many as I can.
So tell me a little bit about Lore.
A little bit about Lore. So we founded about 2.5 years ago now. A good friend of mine who obviously became my business partner, a guy called Jake Barber.
Yeah.
So Jake's one of these great businessmen, great entrepreneur, but a very passionate music guy. And,
right.
I lived out in California from about 2009 to 13, and Jake and I got to know each other through mutual friends, and we did a few things over the years. We recorded some stuff together and just became good friends and a lot of mutual respect. And I had this crazy idea. I went home in 2016. At the time, I was more on the touring side, playing, doing that kind of thing, and just had this crazy idea to, all right, I want to jump onto the business side, and I think I can make more of a difference there and hopefully, do something positive. Yeah,
had you seen so much, on the touring side, because you toured with some pretty major artists.
Yeah, I was lucky. I originally moved, like I said, moved to Los Angeles 2009, went to music school out there, Musicians Institute, really top, great music school.
Right.
Ended up touring with some good friends of mine, John Martina.
Sure.
Joe's a great dude. He got a Luke Combs cut.
Yeah, Luke
Combs. Was awesome for him, so he's doing well. And we toured a lot out of a van up and down the West Coast. And ended up in Nashville. From there, I ended up working on the crew with Lee Bryce and live recording and crew stuff with him.
Yeah.
So got to live the tour bus life and play a little bit of guitar and off with Luke Combs when Luke was blowing up, and a few other acts, a guy called Dustin Huff, and that kind of led me in a different direction.
I'm sure, and I guess being on that side, seeing what went into the road life, seeing everything that went on behind the scenes. Yeah. You just, I guess, decided that you can make more of a difference there.
Exactly.
Because you and I have talked, off camera about all the hats that someone behind the scenes wears. Absolutely. And the guys up on the stage, most of them don't even know what all goes into. We tell the story. There's a tray of fruit in the dressing room. The artist sees the tray of fruit. They don't realize that that's 4 emails and 5 phone calls to make sure it gets there.
Yeah.
So do you find it difficult to juggle all of those hats?
Yeah, and that's the ultimate thing for me was, okay, I got to be involved in different aspects. I got to play a little bit. I got to do some crew stuff, some mixing, front house and monitors and all of these different things, and a lot of studio stuff too.
Right.
So kind of like, man, I can do a lot of this stuff. I can get an artist off the ground and wear as many hats as I need to get it to that point where the right pieces of the puzzle start to come together, and I can hopefully, put that team together.
Sure.
And but you're right. Developing artists, especially, it's like so important to have good, strong network of people that can wear multiple hats. Yeah.
Yeah, and they have to.
Even artists now. That's that's what artists do. Like they make their own videos, and they get in the studio and they create this own buzz. It's a wild world we live in.
Yeah, and we've talked where it's so important for up and coming, even established artists, to have those people that can, say no.
Yes.
People who can collect the money that needs to be collected.
Yep.
Because an artist...
And trustworthy people that can collect some of
it. Because an artist will say yes to anything.
Yeah.
Because they don't want to be viewed as the quote-unquote bad guy. And even though it's not a bad guy thing...
Everyone assumes the manager's going to be, I can't swear on camera, but not a cool guy.
Not a cool guy.
Yeah.
But most of them are. Yeah. They just have a job to do.
Yeah, they're good. Exactly. Yeah. Their job is to be everything's got to come through me, and they got no choice but to be the bad guy. So I'm going.
Right.
So, and not about being the bad guy, but like you said, you know, an artist, they want to please, generally want to please everyone, and they're
Sure.
creative, beautiful people that want to share their gift.
Mm-hmm.
But that needs to be, you know, protected too. So.
Right. I think that the people backstage, the road managers and tour directors, people like that are the unsung heroes.
Absolutely.
You know, everybody knows the name, you know, let's just say Lee Brice.
Yeah.
But nobody knows who makes that happen when he goes and plays a show.
Not only that, a lot of those guys have got the coolest stories too.
Oh, I'm sure they
see
do.
They see it from the depths of the trenches. Yeah. So yeah, that's the guys you want to talk to, right?
Well,
to get the real.
Well, I know you've got some stories too, but we're not going to dig into those.
Yeah.
You know,
a couple. Yeah.
But right now you're working with Kelby.
Yep, Kelby Costner. We can start with Kelby. Kelby's Lincoln native.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, actually, we should talk about that, like how we're here.
Yeah,
this is random.
Yeah,
well, it's not random now. I mean, Roger Guitar Wishes has done such an amazing job. Got to know you, got to know the whole family, and obviously, just top shelf organization, top to bottom.
Yeah, he's done a great job with this place.
Amazing job, and doing just feels like it's only the beginning. And Kelby and Kelby was the first artist I signed, and I knew from before I even started the business. Okay, if we're going to do this, Kelby's going to be, you know, that's the guy right there.
Right.
And we were sitting over this little restaurant. I can't remember what the name of it is, just over here. And this is, I guess, 2 years ago, and the store had just opened. And Kelby's like, man, I think this new guitar store opened downtown. Let's go check it out. And we went in and we met Roger. And it was upstairs, you know.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah. And we just hit it off, and it's been a great relationship.
Yeah, it's one of those things when you meet Roger, when you talk to Roger, when you click, you click.
Yeah.
And so it's an automatic thing.
Yeah.
And so I remember when I first got here, he was talking about you and Kelby, and then I went to see Kelby play. And he's an amazing artist, a great songwriter.
Yep.
And y'all are still plugging away at it.
Yep, absolutely. Yeah, so we released 3 songs this year. Got some good teams and good people around him. Good agent in Nashville, and I mean we're at that point where it's we're still seeing what works, what doesn't, but we're playing a lot. A lot of clubs, opening slots, and looking to hit the ball running with some new music next year, and keep grinding. But everyone that sees Kelby is like, okay, it's undeniable. It's great. We just need people to see him.
Yeah.
So we just got to build that narrative, and it takes time. Yeah,
absolutely it does. What about other artists? Do you see other artists? Have you signed anybody recently?
So yeah, recently another country artist I've been working with is a guy called Tim Cody.
Mm-hmm.
So Tim's great too, and Tim's kind of interestingly been building his numbers and reputation around this club in Nashville called Old Red.
Red, absolutely, yeah.
Blake Shelton's name's attached to it. It's Blake's, but it's also run by the Ryman Group, Opry and all that good stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And they just have such a fantastic built-in crowd every week.
Right.
But it's not like an all honky-tonk rough around the edges. It's like a really legit show.
Right.
And they do an amazing job. So Tim's basically become essentially almost the house band there. He's like at least 5-6 times a month he plays.
Oh yeah.
And so we're just kind of using that to every week. It's a different influx of people that come from all over America to come party in Nashville.
Right.
And they see Tim, then they go home and how do we get Tim out here? So
and especially playing in a place like Old Red, right there in the heart of Nashville. I mean, you got record execs, you got all kinds of people floating through that place.
It's amazing. I mean, I see Tim's, his social media and his email list. It's like every time he's there, it's just like boom, boom, boom. People were, okay, who is this? And so we're kind of taking that approach. And now going into next year, he'll still be playing there a lot, but we're going to kind of start to use everything that we kind of built there to get him out on the road a little bit more. So keep him in Nashville, keep those numbers building, and keep that grind. Working on some new music with him too at the moment, and then and you're just getting out in front of people on the road. So.
Right. Well, so what's the process for you? So you sign somebody like Tim, and what is your role? Are you in the studio with them? Are you helping produce? Are you on the road? Where are you?
As much as I need to be. Yeah, both Kelby and Tim I have gone out on the road with this year. So Tim's mainly been playing in Nashville. Kelby's been out on the road quite a bit. So I go out and tour manage and mix front of house for the shows and make sure the boys are where they need to be at the right time. And but I mean, honestly, they're a great bunch of guys. Got a great band. Both guys do.
Right.
And they know what they're doing. So. It's not going to make sense for me to be able to do that forever. I'm spreading myself a little bit too thin, but at this point, it's like, okay, if we can go out, we can go into a club and make it sound like it should be on a stadium or amphitheater.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's rock it.
Absolutely.
And that's what we want to take everywhere.
Yeah,
take great pride in that.
And I know you love the live feel because I mean, as a guitar player yourself, and toured playing guitar forever, and we've talked again. Probably you're a rock guy. Growing
Pretty
up.
much, yeah.
Love rock.
We could talk about that for hours. I think bore it from tears. Yeah.
Dio and all those guys. Yeah, but
that'll get everyone arguing with us. Everyone will be who's the best heavy metal singer of all time?
The best heavy metal singer of all time. Comment below. I would love to see what you
There
guys
we
have.
go. I think it's Dio. Yeah, that's mine.
Jason Mraz.
That was Hayden, everybody.
Yeah, thanks. Yeah.
Thanks, Hayden.
Look at the millennial behind the camera.
The millennial, exactly. So completely threw me. No, but as a guitar guy, someone who's played, being in a live setting, I'm sure you love that. Do you ever find it tedious behind the desk and working all the things, or is it a new challenge for you?
Not really. I mean, I like. I mix a lot in the studio, and the studio is so perfect to the point that it almost becomes negative return.
Right.
You got to detach yourself and eventually be like, all right, that's as good as I can do today.
Sure.
And song's done. I'm sure if then you remix something 6 months later, it's going to be completely different. Whereas live, it's like, all right, I got 2 hours. It's like sport.
Oh yeah.
I'm just going to grind it out and do it. It's completely present in the moment, and you just. So that's kind of fun. It's a different challenge. Yeah.
Yeah. Do you ever have instances with artists where they feel like something's done and you're like, no, it's not quite done yet? And have you ever had those battles in studio? And I don't mean battles in a bad way, but creative differences.
Oh, of course, yeah. And I think it's a weird world, not a weird world we live in at the moment, but the old structures aren't really there. And I was lucky, like I said, I went to a good music school in Los Angeles, and my first job out of school was at Henson Studio, which was one of the biggest studios in LA.
Yeah, everybody recorded it. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, the tape vaults, Michael Jackson and Metallica Black Album, and everything you can imagine,
Yeah.
And walking down the hallway, first day was Mick Jagger. It was
unbelievable.
And I was, wrapping cables, pouring coffee.
Yeah.
But I got to see the high, kind of the order of chain of command, and
right,
and on how like huge records are made, which was really cool.
Yeah.
Even though I was at the bottom of the food chain, but that was fun. I was still learning.
Sure.
And now that's kind of really blurry. I think it's a good thing that people have full access to. You can buy a cheap little interface and start recording at home and recording your own music, and that's a beautiful thing.
Yeah.
But I think a lot of like the order of we've got one person here that's the producer and he's really good at doing that thing, and that's the engineer, and then that's the artist, and
right,
those things collectively to me is what has made the best works of art when it comes to music.
Absolutely. And
maybe I'm getting old.
Oh no, we're all getting old, man. I don't want to talk about it. But the thing is, I guess with certain freedoms, because it has become such open waters,
accessibility,
and accessibility to do whatever you want to do in your basement.
Yeah.
But I guess with that freedom, you're losing some of the the decades of experience that some of these people have.
Exactly.
Yeah. And so how do you get this certain tone? Well, you can plug into an interface at your house and you could get close.
Yeah.
But there's
10% that's just not there.
Yeah. Lacking the magic.
Exactly.
But man, so what do you see down the road for Lore Entertainment? So you got the audio, the video production, anything new on the horizon with Lore?
Yeah, so I just recently started working with a female pop artist, and she goes by Mena. I guess we can put all the links in the...
Yeah, we'll have links.
Okay,
sure.
Cool. And she's something else, phenomenal singer, amazing songwriter. She got a cut on a Netflix TV show recently, actually.
Oh, wow.
Called Elite. It was actually a Spanish-speaking TV show, so I just kind of watched it and watched the subtitles and heard her spot. It was really cool.
I turn subtitles on even on English.
Actually, I do too. Yeah.
I love it.
Everyone else comes and sees my TV and they're like, wait, I forget that it's there. But yeah, really, it's kind of early days, but she's been playing out natural quite a bit, and everyone that sees her just freaks. She's really, really talented. She does this kind of live show. It's her piano, and she's got two girls that sing harmony with her, and it's just so different, especially for Nashville. And it's not a country thing at all.
Right.
So she's getting a lot of buzz and a lot of kind of interest on the writing side.
Yeah.
And then we'll put the artist pieces together for her. But
that's great.
Yeah. So that's something I'm really excited about.
Awesome. Yeah. Well, I can't thank you enough, Ben. Thank you so much. Merry Christmas to you.
Merry Christmas, man.
And if anybody wants to know more about Ben, about Lore Entertainment, where can they go check you guys out?
We can go to www.loreentertainment.com, and all the artists' websites we'll list below, but we're kelbycosta.com, timcody.com, and menanation.com.
Menanation.
That's all the artists, yep.
Awesome. Well, the best of luck to you.
Thanks,
and
man.
It's an honor to sit down with you.
Absolutely.
It's very rare we have somebody with your experience behind the scenes to kind of shed some light on some of that stuff. So thank you very much.
Happy to be here.
All right. Well, if you want to know more, check out the sites listed below. And thanks so much to everybody who has liked our YouTube channel and has helped that grow so much. And be sure and like and subscribe to that. Check out GuitarWishes.com and, of course, our Facebook site. Merry Christmas to everybody out there in YouTube land.
Merry Christmas.
And we will talk to you soon.
Cruising for a bruising.